Hey guys, Magnus here, and as you just saw from that clip, I have in fact deleted Futurama Was Tomorrow. Just want to quickly say, I know my uploads have been pretty bad this entire week. I really am busy. Generally it's 10 times more work, and I'm doing other stuff as well. So unfortunately, I can't have videos out regularly anymore. I guess I'll try and have at least 3 out every week. I think 3 or 4 out every week. That's the kind of aim I want to get to. But most of the videos I do are going to be videos that I do on the weekend. So I do apologise, but what can I do? So yeah, I'm kind of going to today go through some reasons to why I'm no longer playing Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow now. I generally didn't play very much of the Halloween event. I played a little bit and then I just quit because I just can't be bothered. And I've got a few reasons, and I'll go through those reasons in depth. And yeah, you guys can tell me your opinions on the game, and I really did want to actually invest in the game. If the game was a lot more like Tapped Out and not so similar to Family Guy Quest for stuff, I probably would be more into it, but because of the sheer format of the game, it's unfortunately just unplayable to me. So let's go through a few reasons. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reasons that I think are pretty reasonable. But yeah, and with the first reasons, just when I'll get out of the way, first of all, I hate, and I mean I hate, the questline. It's so boring. Every questline is awful. Now, I don't think Tapped Out has a particularly amazing questline either. The questline in Tapped Out is pretty boring as well. I do, however, prefer the way Futurama presents it with the characters. How, in Tapped Out, we just have a small little box with dialogue. I don't like that. That's one thing I actually hate about Tapped Out. It's just horrible reading out that little tiny bit of dialogue. But that's one thing I do think better in Futurama anyway. But however, I just think the general dialogue is just so boring, and I just can't be bothered with it. Yeah, okay. So that's the kind of one I just wanted to get out of the way. It's kind of a minor reason, but the main reason, and the main kind of 3 reasons that I think, or 4 reasons that I think, are, of course, first of all, all these are main reasons actually. Anyway, the first reason is there's too many events too frequently, and they keep pushing more and more events with not enough time to actually complete the event that you're currently doing. So we already have these little tiny events, and you can see just by my reviews, I'd review an event, and then next week I'd review another event, and then the week after that I'd review another event. I wish Tapped Out was like that in some ways, because it means I would be able to review so much, but it's not, because Tapped Out takes into consideration that people people have lives. They unfortunately cannot go on the game 5-6 times a day, because if you want half this stuff, you have to go on the game at least 5-6 times a day to actually get half the stuff. The George Takei weekend, it was hard enough getting George Takei. To get the statue was just stupid. To me, it just seems really dumb, because everyone, to me, it seems really dumb to make it so impossible, because no one's going to pay for pizza. This is the thing they don't seem to get. They think that people are going to pay for pizza to skip it. No one does that, because there's no point. I think the thing that it enables more of is hacking, and that's the problem with these games. They really don't understand that if they had cheaper prices and cheaper things for cheaper prices, they probably wouldn't have people hacking, because there wouldn't be much point of them putting their times. If it was something that was going to cost £3-4, then they would probably go for it. So yeah, I think really they need to stop with the events. They really do need to fletch out the base game instead, and that's another point that I'll go into later. But yeah, they just need to slow the events down, drag the events out, and kind of relax, because the amount of events they're giving us is just ridiculous, and they're going to be out of content pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me if Futurama Wars of Tomorrow is dead in the next 2 years, just because they add so much stuff in their events. Okay, the third reason, my little rant, too many mechanics, way too many mechanics. So, of course, when I talk about mechanic, I'm talking about the Hypno Waves, I'm talking about the fuel, the career chips, the levels, the battles, the tasks, the space missions, everything. It's all too much. It really is. Now, I don't hate that. I like the idea that we have to go to space to get certain things to eventually unlock districts. I actually love this idea. I can tolerate the fuel. I can tolerate that. I can tolerate the fact that you need to, get a certain amount of fuel to actually And you can't go on too many space missions a day, or unless you want to actually buy fuel. I can get on board with that. What I can't get on board on is the career chips and the levels. I don't like this concept. I hate it. It's annoying how you have to collect more career chips and go back and collect more and more career chips because you need them to level up your characters so they can actually go on the mission and survive. I hate the ideas of a health pack and a revive kit. I want there just to be one. And the one I want is a health kit. Just a revive kit. Fuck the health kit. Screw it off. We don't need it. The revive kit, and it revives them to full health after they die. So after they die, you have one kit, it's their revive kit, and it just puts them on full health. That's fine. I don't see why, or at least even if you are going to have both the health kit and the revive kit, make it so the health kit puts them on full health, and the revive kit puts them on full health, because I hate the fact that the health kit only does a tiny little bit of health. Considering how hard the health kit is to get, you would expect it would give the character complete, full health. Okay, the battles I like, though, that's something I do like. The tasks that you have to send the characters on, that's just normal stuff anyway, so I'm not going to complain about that. But the one thing I will complain about is Hypno Waves. Hypno Waves are just an awful, awful mechanic. I like the idea at first, but now I hate it, just because it's so difficult later on. Now it becomes very difficult, and you only unlock tiny little pieces of pointless land, and it's just so bad. They really just need to refresh that entirely. Make it so I like the idea of it with tapped out how it's cash. That's a good idea because you earn the cash over time. Maybe if it was just cash, I would enjoy a lot more. But the fact that one thing I do hate is when you clear a block, but then you also have to clear the building, and then you have to unlock the character. It's just too much. It's too much. That's another thing I hate. The fact that you have to unlock the character. What fucking bullshit's that? If I've bought the character, I've bought the goddamn character. It's now mine. You don't get to tell me that I have to unlock it. Now, this is what really annoys me about it. That's what annoyed me about the big events as well. I couldn't get Lur's wife because I couldn't unlock her in time. And it's just really annoying. So yeah. The next big reason is there's physically no room to design things due to the amount of updates. So because we got so many updates, plus the base game, plus any other things, plus if you want to have more than one of a particular building, it's impossible to decorate. Now, I like the fact that you could place on the Central Park, but now they're using the Central Park as kind of the home base for events. Because they're doing that, I can no longer place stuff in Central Park. My town in my New York is pointless because I don't even have roads, and I don't have any room for roads. So to me, it's just it's impossible to design. The main purpose of the game is to design New York. That is your main purpose. That is the point, the reason you're playing. Yes, along the way you're trying to unlock buildings, but you want to keep and sustain that town and make it look cool. But the problem with Futurama Wars of Tomorrow, it doesn't care about that. It cares about you unlocking characters and you doing space battles, which I don't think should be the purpose of the game. So yeah, I do not like the room. The next point is the base game is really, really small, and it's just completely run by events. Now, this is a big thing. If they expanded the base game and actually made it so you had to, there's more characters to get, and there's more districts or something like that. I'm not even completely that bothered about the districts. Even if they made it so district, and then there'd be 5 or 6 other characters that you can get once you've unlocked a district. You do that, and then you unlock another district. There's 5 or 6 other characters. That would be so much better, and the base game would last so much longer. This base game lasted a few months for me. It lasted 2-3 months, and then I completed it. Then they unlocked the new district, so there was more, but I just couldn't be bothered with it. They really need to make the base game a little bit bigger, in my opinion, and stop it from being run by events. My next point, and this is a big point, and some might not find it as serious, but I really do. We still haven't got goddamn Zoidberg, or at least I don't think we have. I haven't actually played it in 3 weeks, over 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So might have Zoidberg, but from my perspective, why the frig do we get the bloody leg mutant before Zoidberg? Zoidberg's my goddamn favorite character. I want Zoidberg. Anyway, let's get off that point. The final point is it's just way too expensive to buy pizzas. Pizza items are sort of impossible to get. Some of the prices are ridiculous. For example, when I wanted to get Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I couldn't get Neil deGrasse Tyson because Neil deGrasse Tyson was too expensive. He's 300 pizzas, and just for a character, and you know, it's just things like that that really annoy me. They kind of overly thing it. They've filled it full of celebrity cameos. They've really gone the extra mile with trying to promote it and stuff. And to me, they've kind of ruined the entire game just with the pizza items alone, because like they're just too expensive. This is a problem with Tapped Out. If you want, you need to make it so players can still have some sort of a chance of getting these items. Now, it is still possible if they watch enough ads that they can get these items, but that's a very tedious and scummy way to do it. I'd prefer it if there was ways in the game that you could earn pizza, not a cheap book for them. You watch an ad, they get a cheap book, and then they give you a virtual money. I don't like that, because that's just, to me, it's just really scummy and horrible. So yeah. But anyway, that's my reasons for quitting Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this kind of little rant video. Yeah, I don't know. The video I've got out today, guys, it's been pretty busy and stuff, so I do apologise. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.